Joe Biden returns to the public eye, but his false statements, according to some, are causing his supporters to worry. That's according to One America's Christina Howitson.
With uncertainty taking hold of global markets, job prospects, and daily life, people are looking to political leaders for guidance. But the former vice president and current Democrat presidential frontrunner, Joe Biden, is giving the wrong advice, and at times is simply spreading misinformation. Beginning in February, when the U.S. had confirmed 58 cases of the novel virus, Biden touted his record of setting up a pandemic response team and criticized the president for taking it apart.
What we did with Ebola, I was part of making sure that pandemic did not get to the United States, saved millions of lives. And what we did, we set up, I helped set up that office in the presidency, in the president's office on diseases that are pandemic diseases. We increased the budget of the CDC. We increased the NIH budget. We should arrive president today, and he's wiped all that out.
In fact, from 2019 to 2020, the budget of the CDC rose by $55 million, and the budget of the National Institute of Health increased by $2 billion. Then, on March 3rd, Biden's campaign released a video, edited to appear as though the president was calling coronavirus a hoax.
I'll be damned if I'm going to lose my country to this man at all.
Ready? Cameras rolling. Bing, bing, bing. Global warming, and a lot of it's a hoax. Coronavirus. This is their new hoax.
Critics were quick to note the video splices together different parts of one speech, and that the president never referred to the virus as a hoax. After the video was released, Biden withdrew from the campaign trail, just as the infection rate exploded. This caused many to question whether he had the crisis response skills necessary to be president, slowing his lead in the polls. When he did return, his signature gaffes resulted in even his supporters doubting his ability. Tuesday, at 2 points during one interview on MSNBC, Biden mistook the date of an op-ed piece he wrote slamming the president's response to the virus. Later, during an interview on The View, he claims to have never criticized the president's response.
If you notice on what I've been doing, I've not been criticizing the president, but I've been pointing out where there's disagreement as to how to proceed. As I pointed out yesterday in a presentation I made online, which I guess 3.5 million people watched it or something like that, I was told.
Actually, Biden's living room press conference was only viewed by closer to 100,000 people, with most major networks choosing to broadcast New York Governor Andrew Cuomo's daily update. Lastly, while discussing his efforts to flatten the curve with CNN's Jake Tapper, the 77-year-old promised that he had no symptoms of the virus before using his hand to cover his cough.
Excuse me.
You know, you're supposed to cough into your elbow. I don't know, sir. I learned that actually covering your White House. That's just, it's kind of old school to do it with your hand. Do it into your elbow. You're supposed to do it.
While Biden is currently leading in both delegate count and the polls, it's unclear whether these recent statements will damage him come November. Christina Howitson, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.